Marcy Kates will be joining us up here next. Marcy Kates from Holt, Michigan.
Hello, I'm Marcy and I'm Incubate in Holt, Michigan, just south of Lansing. So to give you a little idea of what Incubate is, I don't raise chickens. That was my mother's big fear. She was just sure I was going to raise chickens. So we are a commercial kitchen for rent, and I help small food businesses get started. So I should give you a few facts about me before I tell you about my mistake. The first one I probably don't have to tell you. I'm not a young entrepreneur. I'm a first-time entrepreneur at age 45, but I'm not a young entrepreneur. I had no desire to do a tech startup of any kind. I've never had a big bank account. I don't have a single stinking rich relative waiting to give me money. So what am I doing being an entrepreneur? I used to have a really great job. I worked for the state of Michigan. I loved what I did. My husband and I had a nice house, nice modest house. We went on vacations, we went out to eat pretty much whenever we wanted to. We went to the theater. We never really had to worry about money. So the best mistake that I ever made, last October I walked away from my good job. I wasn't fired, I wasn't laid off, I quit. And according to the looks on everybody's faces, when I did that, it was a huge mistake. Because for one thing, nobody had ever heard of an incubator kitchen in mid-Michigan. So the first question I typically got asked was, so did you retire? I have 20 years until retirement age, and I guarantee you the next person that asks me that is going to get popped in the nose. Earlier this week, and this is not the first time either, but somebody asked me, so did you just want to get a hobby? Yeah, I went into debt $60,000, $70,000 for a hobby. No. I started Incubate so that I could follow my dreams, but even more importantly, so I could help a whole lot of people follow theirs. I started Incubate so that I could lay awake at night, staring at the ceiling, and those of you who are entrepreneurs, you know this look, right? Worrying about unpaid bills, laundry that never gets done, floors that need to be mopped over and over and over again, electrical circuits that somehow trip themselves for no apparent reason, walk-in freezer and walk-in cooler doors that come ajar in the middle of the night on their own, evidently. Just that whole litany of things that has to do with being in a commercial kitchen. I made this mistake so that I could help Christine have a place to create her wonderful granola once a week alongside of her mom. And within the first 6 months, has donated almost 6,000 meals to Forgotten Harvest. Because from the very first bag she sold, she donates 2 meals for every bag. I created my business so that Sharon, who had been a nurse for over 30 years and had really grown to not like it very much, could quit her job. She had already been to culinary school a few years ago to become a pastry chef, and now she bakes beautiful wedding cakes in my kitchen 2 or 3 days a week, and she doesn't cry on her way to work anymore. I created my kitchen so that Mike and Sherry, a married couple from North Lansing, could create Lansing's best salsa. And they proved it. A couple of weeks ago, I got a phone call. They were at the BWL salsa competition, and they were screaming at the top of their lungs. They had just won. So they proved it. They have Lansing's best salsa. I created my kitchen so that Denise and her wonderful husband, John, could come once or twice a week and make golumkis in my kitchen. Anybody know what a golumki is? Yes. Yay! A golumki is this wonderful stuffed cabbage roll. It's a Polish, wonderful dish. Denise had learned how to make these from her mother from the time she was very small. And her mom died about 8 years ago of cancer, and she's dreamed of starting this business for 8 years in memory of her mom. And she finally had a way to do it, and somebody to help her walk through that process. That was huge. That's a little teeny tiny piece of the people who have started their businesses on Incubate, and it's really, really exciting. So I get to work with them every single day and walk them through that process. I've had the most amazing group of 19 small businesses come into my life. So this huge mistake that I made of quitting my job has brought me more happiness than I ever thought it could. And I, the woman who never thought I would get to be a parent, actually got wished Happy Mother's Day last month. Because they call me the Inky Mom. And so I had all these wonderful Facebook posts telling me Happy Mother's Day. And I can tell you, I cried like a baby. So the best mistake that I ever made helped me figure out finally what I was going to do when I grew up. And it got me there. My name is Marcy, and I own Incubate and Holt, and we're going to change the way you all eat.